those of you who are watching live, which is just one of you at the moment, or two or three, we're running a little behind tonight, having a rough day. So glad to be here with you guys. And we're going to put together, or I'm going to bring you a class that I put together yesterday, and it went really, really well. So this will be a good way to get some gentle in this evening. So tonight we're going to start with a little bit of alternate nostril breathing. And before we get there, we want to take some time to just get grounded. I know it's more fun sometimes to jump right into poses, but we got to start with our breath. So start by closing your eyes, finding a comfortable seat. Lift your shoulders nice and high up next to your ears. Really scrunch all that tension up, and then with an exhale, let them go. And then if you can, let the palms face up on the knees and start to find your breath. Notice where in your body your breath is moving with ease, where in your body maybe the breath is getting stuck today. And that can present just as tension or tightness. And then let your breath be a little bit longer than normal. Filling up your belly. Take a nice long inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. So let go of awareness about tightness in the body, and we'll come just into the breath now. So if you've done alternate nostril breathing, you know that you need your thumb and your ring finger. So you'll bring your peace sign, your first finger and your middle finger, either to the forehead, to your third eye, or you'll bring it down between your fingers. So you'll start by plugging the right nostril and inhaling through the left. Plugging the left and exhaling through the right. Inhaling through the right. Exhaling through the left. Inhaling through the left. Exhaling through the right. So you just switch the plug when you're about to exhale. And if you're feeling congested today, then you would just mentally inhale through that side if it's just one nostril. If it's both, then you would just release the hand and mentally think, inhale through the left, exhale through the right, and so on. You still get a benefit from the intention behind breathing from one side to the other. So we'll spend 4 more rounds here because you've probably done about 3 at this point, maybe more. The next time you exhale through the left nostril, let that hand fall down to the knee. And let your breath fall into itself for a few breaths, eyes still closed. Just notice where your breath goes. Notice maybe where your heartbeat goes. Bring the palms together at the heart. Take a slight bow at the head. And take a moment to think of 2 or 3 things that you are grateful for today. We'll take an inhale of gratitude and exhale anything that is no longer serving us. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift the fingertips all the way up through the center, separate the palms. And as you exhale, twist to your left. So that left hand is behind you, right hand on your knee. Think length in the spine, width in your breath as you breathe here, keeping the chin parallel to the earth. Take a nice long inhale, lengthening even more through the spine. And then exhale, sweep the arms out and up to the center. Inhale, drop the shoulders if they're pulled up, and exhale to the other side. Length in the spine, width in the breath. Take a long inhale, and as you exhale, sweep the arms out and up through the center. Take a long inhale here, and exhale, forward fold. Two to three more breaths here. Inhale, lift the arms and the fingertips all the way back up. Exhale, palms down to the heart. Switch the cross of your legs. Sweep the arms out and up as you inhale. Exhale, the left arm comes down, right hand up and over. Keep those sitting bones glued to the earth. The next time you exhale, sink a little deeper. Inhale through the center. Exhale to the other side. This next exhale, sink a little deeper. Inhale through the center, and then exhale, find your forward fold. Next time you inhale, lift the fingertips all the way up towards the sky. Exhale the hands down to the heart. So go ahead and make your way to tabletop just for maybe 3 to 5 rounds of cat-cow. And any sort of organic motion that wants to happen in the hips as you do this, allow that to happen. Some sort of circle with the hips. And then come back to a seat when you're ready. There's a suggested props list in the bottom of this video in the description. If you have not already, go grab your props and come back ready to do some long hold poses. You'll need your bolster and some blocks for this one, or some sort of pillows, whatever you're using as a cushion tonight. And you can use a blanket as well here. So whatever you can stack up. And then the legs are out wide. The toes are towards the sky, but we're not going to focus too terribly much on those. So if they move a bit, that's okay. We want to let the shoulders and the head and the neck release as you find your forward fold. Take a nice long inhale and a full exhale. The next time you inhale, gently press yourself up to a seat. And then move your props out of the way just enough that you can pull the knees in and give yourself a squeeze. So make yourself into a ball, give yourself a hug and a squeeze. And then the next prop you're going to need is your blanket. So you're grabbing my notes here. If you're watching, apologies. Grab your blanket and make a roll. Wanted to make sure we were on track for the right thing. So you want to make it pretty thick. If you have a lot thinner of a bolster than we have, you can use that too. We're going to be coming into a supported pigeon tonight. So you will want something under your head. and then something under your hips and your rear especially. So bring the right leg forward first, and you might just bend both knees for now, and then walk your right foot towards your left hip, bringing that right knee down. So you might be somewhat parallel like I am, or you might have quite a big angle, like what Brett has here, or it might be even more exaggerated. So wherever you are in this process is good, but you'll walk that back leg back until you get it in line with the long edge of your mat and until your hips are nice and level. And then you'll lower yourself down onto a pillow, a cushion, blankets, whatever you've got. If you have one cheek down, go ahead and switch sides, just for evenness, unless you'll remember to lay on the other cheek for the entirety of the other leg. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. As your body and your breath let you know that you're ready for movement, gently begin to bring yourself up. Just the torso at first, and then decide how you want to come out of this. You can come into tabletop, or a very short down dog. You might bring the toes back on the mat and just pulse that back leg a little. If some other stretch needs to happen, let that happen. And then we'll move to the other side. Remember to walk that back leg back. Get your hips as square as you can. And then flex that front foot. And bring yourself down onto some support. Go ahead and switch cheeks if you've got one cheek down. Take a long inhale and a big exhale. And as your body and your breath become ready, gently bring yourself up and make your way into tabletop or whatever movement. Another example I'll show you this time is you can just roll back onto your rear and find whatever stretch works for you from there. Again, you can reach back that leg that was bent and pulse a little bit. That will give you a little bit of relief. Maybe wagging the tail and a couple of cat-cows. So this next pose, you want to get either a short bolster. So if you had a bolster here, or your roll that you were using here. And you're going to bring it to the top of your mat and lay on your belly. This one is a much shorter hold. It can be very intense though. So you'll lay on your belly with your blanket basically under your armpits, just lifting the chest just a little bit. And then the left arm will go over the right to start with, and the palms will be facing up. So you'll cross the arms. And to some extent, you'll see how straight you can get the arms, but let your chin rest down and release. And then take a long exhale. And a long inhale. Do that 2 or 3 more times before you find your way onto the other side. So right over left this time. It's not the comfiest of poses, so we can't pause here terribly long. So let your breath be your focus here. Take a long exhale and a long inhale. A couple of times before you come up. However you wish, just coming up to a seat for the moment when you're ready. And then you'll get your bolster, your blanket. So you can lay your blanket towards the top of the mat and grab a bolster or a few blocks and pillows, whichever you prefer. But we're going to use the bolster for our leg and do a side lying stretch at this point. So you definitely want something under the head. And you'll just start on your side. And then the bolster you want under your knee for support. And then you'll get it kind of situated where it feels right for you. But you want to avoid the knee being hiked up really high. That's not the intent necessarily of this stretch. So that palm that's on the underside And I didn't tell you a side to start with. It's not incredibly important every single time. But whichever palm you've got underneath, you want to let that palm face up, and then that top arm can just rest on the hip. Take a long breath in and a deep breath out as your body and your breath let you know that it's time for movement. Gently make your way to the other side. Take a long breath in and a deep breath out. Allow your breath to be longer than normal for the next few breaths. Again, slowly waking your body back up, ready for a little bit of movement. Gently press yourself up using your arms, and we'll get a block for under your bolster, just to raise it just a little bit tonight for the next pose. You'll need blocks or blankets, something to support under your knees. We will be in a supported, reclining, bound angle. So make sure that your knees and your legs feel completely and totally supported. If you have extra blocks or blankets, you also can place blocks or blankets under your arms so they don't feel like they're hanging out as far down. This is a great surrender pose. It's a pretty vulnerable pose. We've done a lot of work in the hips tonight, so that can release a lot. So here, be graceful with yourself about what thoughts come up and how your breath shows up for you. And as the thoughts continue to come, just gently remind yourself, oh, I'm having a thought. And then come back to the breath. Not forcing the breath, just gently coming back to the breath. Come back to your breath wherever you are. And your body and your breath let you know you're ready. Draw the knees up to center. Roll to one side. And come up to a seat just briefly so that you can make your way to Shavasana. So Shavasana is probably the most important pose of your practice. So you can lay flat on your back with or without support under the head, and the feet not touching one another. You can also lay on your back with a bolster under your knees, especially in restorative. And then another option, especially if you're pregnant like me, you'll lay on your side with some support between your knees and a little support under your head. However you are going to get comfortable, go ahead and make your way there. Take a long breath in, and a deep breath out. Allow your breath to begin to waken you up, to awaken you from the inside out. And as you're ready, some small or large stretch might make its way into your body. And then you'll roll to one side, and using your arms for the work, press yourself up to a seat, and we'll come to a nice, easy cross-legged seat. Bringing the palms together at the heart, bowing the head just slightly. Think back to those items on your gratitude list today, whatever those 2 or 3 things were. Notice if anything else has been added. Let's take in a breath of gratitude. And exhale anything that is no longer serving you. Namaste. Thank you, those of you who were live this evening. And to those of you watching later, thank you as well. I appreciate the support, and we're excited to keep bringing you guys some gentle, restorative relaxation. Please join us again on Tuesday or Thursday at 7:15. And in the next few weeks, in the next couple weeks, be looking out. We'll be posting some Saturday specials, some 5 or 10-minute videos that are a little bit more focused in on pranayama or on a particular pose. If you can, if you can, I know you can, give us a thumbs up. Give us a comment if you would like to. And please subscribe to this page. Every little bit helps. We appreciate it. Have a good night. And if you're watching later, have a good day, whatever time you're watching this.